to A.J. Williams. Number 12, Tompkins, ready to pass it in. Mackenzie Hikas takes her third foul. Morgan Tompkins at the line. Makes her first. Angelica Gortares in for Araceli Gortares. Tompkins shooting her second. And makes the second one. Again, Miller, as you said earlier, these free throws are going to be key. And Tompkins has been pretty solid with her free throws tonight.
Yeah, after a little bit of a shaky start, the free throws have been a lot higher percentage here, and that's a big reason why this is still only a 12-point lead.
Farmer goes for the three, misses.
Morgan Tompkins with the rebound as she works the ball up court. Mallory Matthews receives the pass off the glass, cuts this to a 10-point lead, and like we were talking about in this going into halftime, no quit in the Santan Foothills team. Even when they get down, they still put up the points and claw their way back in to these games.
Hikas with the rebound, puts it back up, just missed it.
And so hard to out-rebound her. 6'1", really tall, long arms.
Farmer with the takeaway. She's going to take it in with the basket and draws the foul.
Good defensive effort there by Draves, but she does come across the arm, and that's going to be an and one. Two-point shot is good. Farmer at the line shooting one free throw. One minute, 40 seconds remaining in quarter number 3 as we await the one and only free throw from Farmer at the line. Shot is up and no good. Rebounded by Armani Rodriguez, who works the ball up the court. Tries to complete that long pass to Shantaria Sanders, but that's something that hasn't been working for Santan all night. These long passes down the full length of the court, most of those have been a little errant, and you'd like to see either the pace slow down or change the way you're running that offensive play to make these passes a little bit easier, because they're so long that the Gophers are able to close on it pretty routinely.
Yes. Ramos spins, just can't get that basket in. Farmer in to disrupt. Another long pass. Scarborough with the rebound and the interception. Jordan Castaneda with the nice pass from Lily Ramos.
Yeah, those long passes are just up for grabs for so long, and this Gopher team is so quick to react that having those connect with the player you want them to is a pretty tall order.
A.J. Williams sets the offense up, regroups, takes it in.
Plenty of opportunities there for Santan. Shots still don't fall, but we do have a foul called. Referee's going to report a foul on, looks like that's going to be on number 3, which is Castaneda Hinton. Her first, and we'll have Armani Rodriguez at the line shooting 2. 14-point lead for the Gophers. First free throw is no good as we see Juliana Paulson coming in for the Gophers. Second shot is no good as we watch the Gophers take the ball up the court. Liliana Ramos is fouled as she starts her break towards the basket. And a lot fewer fouls called this time than when we were at this part of the game last half, or at least more balanced, it seems. A lot of fouls went against Florence, and here in the second half, we're tied 14 fouls apiece, so fouls have kind of balanced themselves out here.
Yes. Shariah Moore sends it in to Sanders. A.J. Williams.
A good trapping defense right there by the Gophers. Pass mishandled by Shariah Moore. Picked up by Liliana Ramos. And that's one of those plays right there. You've got Liliana Ramos on the sophomore Shariah Moore, and you see that senior experience and that senior leadership having a big impact on that play. Is kind of that was a one-on-one effort play.
Scarborough puts it up, gets the 2.
And that buzzer will end the third quarter of play. We head to the fourth and final quarter. Florence leading Santan 43-27.
Teams are back out of the court, ready to start the fourth quarter.
And we're going to see what Santan Foothills can put together here. You got 8 minutes remaining. Down by 14. You've seen a lot of effort and a lot of shots that had the chance to go in that just didn't fall the way of the SaberCats. But if you're going to start closing in on this lead, you're going to have to do it here pretty soon. And that's a good start there if you're a SaberCat fan, as that ball dribbles out of bounds off of the Gophers. Santan will inbound the ball. Full court press put on by Florence. Morgan Tompkins is fouled as Liliana Ramos and Aubrey Farmer tried to trap her there in the corner. Full court press is still put on by the Gophers.
That is a very big characteristic of Coach Bob Bellemare, is to always run that full court press. It's never letting up.
Well, and there was a time when that full court press was run almost exclusively and to pretty good effect, but you wonder if something like having all the girls wear masks during competition and the extra energy, if that was something that factored into his coaching decision to really use that less than we've seen in previous seasons.
I'll ask him about that tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to get a full post-game interview report from Mr. Haugen. Shot is up and in by Paulson. Santan working the ball inside, pass back out to Santeria Sanders. Three-point attempt is no good, rebounded by Angelica Gortares. Over to Ramos, into number 23, Keely Scarborough. That lead extends to 20 points now. Strong start for the Gophers coming in out of fourth quarter as we see a steal. That steal by Aubrey Farmer passed up to
and a travel.
Lily Ramos, but just didn't catch that ball in rhythm. And we have number 15, Trinity Gutierrez, joining the SaberCats out on the court. That's the first time that we've called her name tonight, but she's the sophomore power forward.
Tompkins takes it down through the lane. Does some nice bobbing and weaving. Just not able to make that basket. Ramos brings it down over to Scarborough.
And Shariah Moore gets her hands on that long pass, but once again a long pass ill-advised by the SaberCats gives Ramos a chance. No good. Put back by Juliana Paulson. 2-point Florence, and now we're looking what seemingly seconds ago was a 10-point lead is now ballooned into a 22-point Gopher lead.
Armani Rodriguez gets the 2.
Yeah, Gophers have the answer to that last score, but we're going to have to see him put more points on the board in faster succession. A great steal there by Morgan Tompkins, who loses her footing. Florence gets the ball back as they work the ball in past the top of the key, out to the wing. Bounces off Moore, retained and passed back to Liliana Ramos of the Gophers. Bounce pass to the inside to the breaking Farmer. Shot is good. First foul of the game called on Trinity Gutierrez. Farmer at the line shooting one free throw.
Gophers bring in fresh legs.
And that shot fails to hit the rim, so it is going to be a violation. We're going to have a full timeout on the court. Full timeout called by Santan Foothills. We'll take a 60-second break, and we'll be back in just a moment.
We're back from the 30-second timeout. Tompkins brings it in and down the court.
Oh, that pass intended for Armani Rodriguez across the key, just off her fingertips. You like the idea, but that ball does go out of bounds, and Gophers bring the ball up. Oh, good hustle play there by Morgan Tompkins, who takes the ball the length of the court, drives it up, lays it in. 2-point Santan and 20-point lead.
Tompkins could sense that. She saw that one coming all the way. Cortares to Castaneda. Down to Hikas with the rebound.
Oh, and before any of that play happens, we have a timeout granted to the Gophers. It'll be a 30-second timeout called by Florence with 4 minutes and 28 seconds remaining to go. 20-point lead. And you can see Coach Bellemare there talking to the ladies about the inbound play. They're going to be inbounding the ball underneath the basket. And even in these 20-point games right here, you can kind of read the flow of the game. You can kind of read where it's going. But there's still a lot to play for, because if you're the Gophers, despite having a 20-point lead, you still have games coming up in the future. You're probably thinking about the playoffs towards the end of the season, and you want to make sure that you get as much live game action as you can running these inbound plays and running them outside of the practice environment. So still a lot of work to do for the Gophers. And the same can be said about Santan Foothills, who you may be down by 20 points, but for the next 4 minutes, you have a chance to practice some of your plays, to work on your team chemistry, to work on your shot, and get a lot of benefit out of these last 4 minutes outside of just simply the score of the game.
Absolutely. Jump ball. Gophers get the benefit of that one. Angelica Gortares sends it into Araceli Gortares. Takes it down the court.
On another steal there by Morgan Tompkins, who passes it up to A.J. Williams. The fight for the ball finally passed out to Emily Sarton.
Off the fingers of Mackenzie Hikus.
Yeah, and there's another example of that aggressive rebounding where Mallory Matthews seemed to be in good position, but Hikus goes up, she gets those long arms in and contests, and even though she didn't get the rebound, that was a lot more difficult a play for Santan than it should have been.
Number 15, Trinity Gutierrez with the 2 points.
And if I'm looking at the stat sheet, that might be one of the first baskets she's had this season, so congratulations to Trinity Gutierrez. And like we were talking about earlier, that's why this time is so important. Like, you get the time for your younger players, and there's still a lot of positive that comes out of the last 4 minutes of a game like this.
Looks like Tompkins is down.
Yeah, you can see her holding her leg there, like right around her calf. And kind of looking where they're working on her calf right there, you wonder if maybe that could be a cramp. We've seen during the last 20 minutes of game time the amount of hustle, the amount of breakaway speed she's had, diving over the court, and like we talked about earlier, a lot of these players with the school closure haven't been as active, haven't been doing a lot of things that they would normally do when school's open, and so that can have an impact here as we're nearly an hour and a half of real time into this game.
You know, you talked earlier about the athletes wearing masks on the court and how that might affect them towards the end of the game. You know, the whole game there's been a little bit of a struggle on both teams with some of the ball handling on passes, and it's good to see Tompkins up on this one. But as you watch closely, both teams, they just look like they're just in that gassed mode towards the end.
But you can see that these ladies from Santan Foothills are really leaving it all on the court. It doesn't matter what the score is. They're going to play just as hard as they can until that final buzzer goes off. And I'm not going to lie, I'm getting older. Sometimes I get a Charlie horse just like sitting on the couch, so I can only imagine what it's like for the ladies out here actually playing a sport.
Yeah, last night I got a cramp in my leg as I was pulling laundry out of the dryer.
So both of us very familiar with the trials and tribulations that these ladies are going through out on the court, with the level of athletic skill exhibited by everyone present right now.
Yes, absolutely.
A.J. Williams inbounds the ball. That is complete to Trinity Gutierrez, but knocked away.
Mackenzie Hikus.
Yeah. Those long arms by Hikus knocks the pass down. Jump ball is going to be in possession of Santan Foothills as Shariah Moore heads to the baseline to inbound this basketball. Passes up Shot no good by Morgan Tompkins.
AJ
Rebounded,
Williams.
passed over to A.J. Williams.
Two and a half minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Gophers continue to work the ball near the top of the key. Definitely slowing the pace down here as we have 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining.
Gophers retain possession. Castaneda gets set to take it in.
And you got Morgan Tompkins checking back into this game right here. So after you see what appears to be kind of maybe a calf pull or a muscle pull, good to see her back in here finishing out this game strong.
Tamor sets up for the three. Tompkins with the rebound. A.J. Williams gets the two.
Oh, A.J. Williams coming on strong here at the end of the game, letting her presence be felt. Because all of a sudden you're a 16-point lead or a 14-point lead. Where's this a 2-point basket there? Pushes it back to 16.
Mallory Matthews goes up for the shot, misses, but draws the foul. Mackenzie Hikas for the Gophers.
And one of the interesting things about this game to me is kind of the slow growth of this lead. It wasn't the Gophers putting on dozens of points in a row. It wasn't these breaks, these runs. It was very slowly. At the end of the first quarter, you're down by 4 or 5, and then at halftime, you're down by 10, and so both these teams have played at a very consistent level. It's just unfortunately for the Santan Foothills fans that Gophers have played at a consistently just slightly higher level.
Matthews.
That free throw is up and in. 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining to go in this ball game. Ball worked inside, comes loose. Once again, that is Morgan Tompkins who passes the ball. Intended for Shariah Moore. Intercepted.
Scarborough.
Yeah. You know, and Scarborough is a freshman that's really come in and had a noticeable impact on this game. Maybe not with like the scoring of, say, a Lily Ramos, but lots of rebounds and has her hands in a lot of these plays.
Yeah, you know, I think both teams have a couple of freshmen who are just really going to be fun to watch in the next 4 years here.
You know, with this being an in-district rivalry game and both these teams in the same division, it's one of those games where with basketball, you're going to have these two teams matched up twice a year, every year for the foreseeable future. And you're going to really build this rivalry, and it's going to be a lot of fun over the coming years.
I can't wait. 28 seconds left in this game. Gophers lead 53-39.
You can see Coach Habiger continuing to coach there as she talks to the Santan Foothills team about what their plan is for the remaining 28 seconds. And you know, in there you can see Tompkins right there, front and center along with her teammates. 28 seconds left, 20-point deficit, doesn't matter. Still listening to coach, still talking about what they're going to do when they get back out there on the court, never giving up. And that ball not touched. So it will go back to the baseline. It will be Santan Foothills basketball. Pass comes into A.J. Williams, who then finds Morgan Tompkins. Nice
Matthews
pass.
gets to drop it down again.
Assist by Morgan Tompkins, but Mallory Matthews right there to handle that pass and lay it up and in. Then on the other end of the court, Matthews with the rebound. On that buzzer will end the first of 2 games we have tonight, Mr. Haugen. In this first game, ends up being a 12-point Gopher win. 41-53 is the final score as Gophers take the first of this basketball doubleheader. We will have the boys varsity match coming up here shortly. For anybody watching those games or wanting to catch them, this live stream here is going to end, and a new one will start on both the channels. So whether you're watching on the Santan Foothills channel or on the Florence channel, the stream's going to stop, and a new one will pop on here in about 5 minutes for the boys game.
Looking forward to it. Can't wait.
And we'll be back.